I can't believe this is the movie I had to see on my 10-year YouTube anniversary. Yeah, today is my 10-year anniversary on YouTube, and I had to watch this piece of shit. Now, first of all, 10 years. Yes, I do want to take just a second to thank everybody who's watched any one of my videos ever. Whether you subscribed or not, I'm grateful to you all. I love doing this. I know I'm not the most popular movie reviewer here, so for those of you who really do care about my opinion and my videos, sincere thank you. Am I gonna stop? Am I gonna slow down? Are you kidding? I'm at the top of my game. I have no intention of stopping anytime soon. 10 years ain't enough for this guy. Here's to 20. Borderlands. So Borderlands is a film adaptation of the video game Borderlands, which I could almost say I've never played. There was one time, like years ago, I was at someone else's house and I played about 15 minutes of the first game, and that's it. All I really remember about it is a desert and claptrap. And hey, both of those things are in this movie, so this movie is accurate to what I've seen from the games. But yeah, other than those things and the fact that I've seen a weirdo with a mask on the cover art of the game, I know nothing about the games. So really, I don't know if this movie is entirely accurate at all. But as we have it, Borderlands stars Cate Blanchett as Lilith.
God, I hate this planet.
She's a mercenary who gets assigned a job to go to this planet called Pandora, which of course reminded me of Avatar, to retrieve this girl played by Ariana Greenblatt and bring her to somebody. More people get in on the mission, and so a crew forms, and now we have our sci-fi-ish adventure. Again, I know little to nothing about the source material, so I get to judge this movie as a movie, and as a movie, it is a complete mess. Nothing in it made sense, and I couldn't connect to anybody here. Cate Blanchett is Lilith. First of all, I heard she was too old to play the role, so that pissed fans off, but that wasn't the problem here. The problem was her character. She's your pretty generic, standoffish merc who has her walls up because she has a troubled past. There's just nothing there to sympathize with, at least not for me. But at least she wasn't the most problematic character in the movie. I will give her that. Ariana Greenblatt as Tiny Tina. Okay, Ariana Grande. Greenblatt is great. I'm gonna leave that in. I mean, she was great as young Gamora. She's great as young Ahsoka. She was even great in Barbie. I know in this movie they were trying to make her like the Harley Quinn type character, like Jinx from Arcane or like Power from Chainsaw Man. You know, the fun-loving little girl who loves to cause chaos and destruction. But she never quite hit that level because I didn't think her acting was that good. In fact, no one's acting in this movie was that good. That's the director's fault. I'll get to that in a second. I just didn't buy Ariana Greenblatt as this character. Whenever she said something like,
"Time to make it rain with your body parts,"
I was like, I'm just not feeling it. Again, it's not the actress's fault. It is the director's. Jack Black is the voice of Claptrap. He's the robot sidekick that's there for comic relief, following them around. And again, I love Jack Black as the voice of Bowser, but in this movie, not only was Claptrap completely useless, but he was annoying as shit. I compare it to, you know how people complain about Olaf and Frozen just being really annoying? That's how I feel about Claptrap in this movie. I did think he was funny when he first came out. Like his first introductory scene, I was like, all right, he's pretty funny. But then he kept going and going, and eventually I was like, all right, shut up. Just shut up. Shut the fuck up. He got really annoying because his high-pitched voice was really loud and squeaky and irritating.
I can't go if you're looking at me. Actually, scrap that.
And for so long in this movie, I was like, why is he here? What exactly is it that he does for this crew? And the answer was not much. He's just there for comic relief. That is it. Useless. And I also kind of want to give props to Kevin Hart as Roland in this movie, because he wasn't really Kevin Hart, at least not the Kevin Hart that I'm familiar with, where he's just screaming everything. No, he actually was a little more calm and reserved. I say that because I'm not a huge Kevin Hart fan in general, but he didn't really piss me off in this movie, so credit where it's due. Getting back to it though, yeah, the acting in this movie, I didn't think anyone was good. Why, you may ask? Because this movie is directed by Eli Roth. Admittedly, I have not seen a whole lot of his movies, but I've heard about his work, and not a lot of it is highly praised. And now I can see why, because he's just not a good director, at least not from what I've seen in this movie, because everyone is overacting or they're just acting really hammy. I didn't really buy anybody's performance here. And it's not just the acting, the script is pretty shit too, which makes sense because Roth had a hand in writing that as well. Like I said, this movie is a complete mess. This movie really is just shit happening on screen for an hour and 45 minutes. None of it makes any sense. It's just stuff being thrown at the characters and at the screen. I mean, is there a plot? Yes, but it's really loose. At a point, I was like, wait a minute, why is everybody here again? And what are we here for? I wasn't really that into it, so I was just sitting there kind of bored, going, all right, it's just happening on screen for the sake of it happening. And because I got so bored, this movie ended up feeling like half an hour longer than it actually is. Yeah, it's an hour and 45 minutes. That doesn't seem long at all. It feels like 2 hours and 15 minutes, because I didn't really care about what was happening happening on the screen. And when I say nothing in this movie makes sense, I really do mean that. No, seriously. At a point, it felt like all these characters actually ended up caring about each other, and I was like, did I miss something? Granted, I didn't really care about them, but I also didn't buy how they started caring about each other. I was like, when did this bonding happen? Kate Blanchett, I thought you were like a heartless mercenary. When did you start caring about this kid? And I'm supposed to buy that? I don't. Because again, I hear that that is not Eli Roth's strength when it comes to filmmaking. I hear that what he's good at is horror movies and gore fests, so any scene that tried to focus on the character depth and the drama just fell flat. I mean, were some of the action scenes and visual effects cool? Yeah, sure. But I imagine they're a lot cooler in the games, because you're actually playing it and experiencing it. I mean, it sounds cool on paper, you know? Other planets and monsters and missions and robots. It's like a Star Wars-ish kind of ripoff. That's what this movie feels like. This movie feels like a generic ripoff of Star Wars. But I imagine the games are like, alright, what if Star Wars had this instead of this? And people love the games, that's why there's more than one of them. So they must be doing something right that this movie just did not do. Also, I'm pretty sure this movie's not going to be getting a sequel. Point is, some cool-ish visuals don't help this movie's case, which is actually kind of a rare thing for me. Like, if a movie has a shitty script but has some cool, at least entertaining action scenes, I can be like, alright, I enjoyed that. But no, not this time. The cool-ish scenes were too overshadowed by the shitty script and the bad acting. That's what really set it over the edge for me. Just nothing about this movie appealed to me. Nothing. At all. And that includes the score, composed by Steve Jablonsky, who scored the Transformers movies. So I know what he is capable of because his scores in the Transformers movies, they're actually pretty good. I know his theme from those movies pretty well. Say what you want about those movies, but their scores are pretty cool, I think. This score is just a generic action movie score that I will never remember. Guys, in the end, I can't recommend this movie to anybody. And since I've never really played the games, why did I see it? Because the trailer actually looked kind of cool. It looked like a fun-ish sci-fi romp, you know? Even going down to the YouTube comments of the trailer and seeing Borderlands games fans so pissed off and disappointed by the trailer, I was like, alright, well maybe I'll be the one who enjoys this movie since I haven't played the games. You know, like Uncharted. But nah, not this time. Sometimes when people are right, they're right. Maybe I should give those games another try though. But as for Borderlands the movie, I will say, don't go see this movie. Don't waste your time. Yeah, no musical rating for this movie. It doesn't deserve one. If you're a Borderlands fan, I'm sorry this movie hurts you so bad. If you need your Borderlands fixed, just go play the games again. You'll be a lot happier, trust me. So Borderlands the movie, have you seen it yet? What are your thoughts on it? And if you've played the games, what's your favorite one of those? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing for 10 years now. So now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go celebrate that. I hope y'all have an awesome day. In fact, I hope that every day. I love you all, and for the millionth time, thank you. It's never gonna stop. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace!